The national teams used to be plural, used to be the teams. We had the Alpine team, we had the Snowboard team, we had the Telemark team, we had the Nordic team. And at Ushuaia, the team decided that they were one team. And the same thing's true for the organization. At the heart of it, we're all instructors, and we're just using different tools. Some years ago, we developed the 3 C's model that focuses on the communication, collaboration, and consolidation to really act as one organization.
At that point, we had 9 different divisions. There wasn't as much collaboration.
We needed to communicate better, collaborate more, and we needed to consolidate our efforts so that we would finally start to act as one, which really was the dream of the founders.
All the divisions came together to figure out how are we going to drive this organization forward. We sat down and we looked at everything we've done over the years, and we told ourselves, you know what, we can commit stronger to those. We have the national standards, and we know those national standards are consistent across the country, but the process may vary, and they're challenging themselves to evaluate the process across the country and see if we can see more continuity.
Sometimes in the past, not too distant past, there was maybe the way Eastern ran events or certified or had standards was distinctly different than, say, what we did in Northern Rocky Mountain.
In Central Division, we tend to operate in a little bit of a silo, not necessarily fully aware of everyone else's processes.
Because we had different mountains and terrain, but then when we look at all the common aspects of what we do as professionals on snow, there's so much that's the same, and it's easy to validate and certify and credential people.
Because we're a smaller division, we're relying on other divisions and their training staff to come in and help us with our education and certification process so that they can provide exams and education for our members.
We're neither reinventing the wheel nor going off on our own, but able to cherry pick from the best of everybody's processes so we end up not just level, but empowered and better.
And the more that we spend time in those avenues, having those conversations and taking best practices, the better we're gonna all be.
We have to challenge ourselves as PSIA-AASI leaders to make sure we're relevant in the industry. And in order to have a strong product, we have to be consistent. Our members don't just work at one resort anymore. And the more continuity they're gonna see across the country, the more trust and success they're gonna believe in our organization.
When someone gets certified now, they will know that it's the same across the country, and there's a certain amount of pride in that.
It's a high level of credibility, really.
Some members that travel from one division to the next, they're starting to see that actually they are similar. And now with this exchange and the collaboration piece, we're actually starting to develop materials that look very similar.
Many of the divisions have been working towards e-learning modules, and what that means for our members is that their education options have expanded beyond just, can you make it to a clinic?
Now there's a national e-learning level 1 course that we are almost assuredly going to adopt for next season.
That's one of the products I think that's really been a benefit to everybody.
Making sure that people have the same information and the right information, and it's all at their fingertips.
You know, I find that it's so easy now to talk to non-member schools and say to them, look at some of the tools we're producing. Welcome to PSIA. Here's the information that you'll need on your pathway.
We've got the operational leaders, the board members, and then we have the educational leaders who are really driving the educational programming. And we have to respect the roles and responsibilities of each leg of that stool. And in the end, delivering better material and experience to our members. That's what we want to do.
It is much more important that our members get education than we worry necessarily about where they get it.
No longer are you just reliant upon what is going on in your division, large or small, but all members of the divisions are, part of something a lot larger.
Every division came together to say, we want to do this, and we want to have one voice and one thing that we're trying to drive for.
We are all operating with one single vision, to create lifelong adventures through education. For our membership, the public, we are one organization. We are PSIA-AASI.